Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing good on this blessed Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but right here in my neck of the woods, it is beautiful out there. Yes, indeed. Let me see if I can go ahead and load some of this music down. So, again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. I see Sugar Brown was in the house. She says, I may be late to the party, but I will be arriving to the patty. And also, I see my girls in the house, Starbucks lover. She says, welcome everyone. Please hit that like button as you make your way in. Okay. So, guys, again, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. And like I say, in here, it is real talk. Everything is alleged. Okay. But this right here, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dig deep into this right here. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot to unravel. And when it comes to all this right here, from what I have observed, the only ones that is going to get hurt, and that's the kids at the end. But I kinda see exactly, where how, all this stuff right here had transpired. I can see it, and like I sit there and say, in here, it is my truth. It may not be your truth. This is not for everyone. It's not to sit there and, gloat over no one's demise, but it's to call things as it is. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. As you can see right here by the title, it says exposing the dark side of real exposing the dark side. So that's exactly what we are going to do, which I think that's the reason why when we read that article on Bossif, how they was going back in time where they saying that Love and Marriage in Huntsville, they're going to start on season 5, which I think they should just go all the way back to the beginning. So I was praying because, like I say, even though this is a reality show, but I look at all this right here, when it comes to these reality shows, is where our people at, and we could take the foolish things to conform the wise. And I was saying, why? they going to take this show back, why they going to relive or rehash some of the old things. And then what came to mind is it was a lot of manipulation. It was a lot of underhanded stuff. Yes, a lot of underhanded stuff, which we already know now, especially when it comes to some of these producers. And I'm gonna say a legend. Like I said, I only can give my opinion, and all this right here, it is my opinion. But I truly believe that the only reason why they are going back because it was some stuff that they need to go ahead and clear out, because now they know that it had a lot of underhanded stuff going on, especially when it comes to these overzealous fans, and also when it came to some of the producers, because we already know some of the producers, it looked like they were only trying to elevate one person while tearing down others. And like I said there and say, guys, when it comes to this channel right here, this channel may not be for everybody, but in here, like I say, it's grown folks and we eat meat. And if you can't stand the heat, then you get out the kitchen. But that's how I see it. I see the reason why they're going back because some unresolved issues, maybe because producers, they was pushing one person, or, like for instance, we can go back because I was watching some of the old episodes. You remember when Tisha went to one of Melody's event, and just to have Melody to escort her out, by some kind of security guard. Now, why would Melody invite Tisha, or just Tisha just go ahead and show up knowing that her and Melody, they had some kind of unresolved issues? So what came to mind is that Tisha was doing her job. Most likely she had got a call, and I'm going to say alleged. All this right here is alleged. Okay, you air it out, you free game. But Tisha most likely had got a call and said she need to go ahead and show up at Melody's event. And I think that it was already planned. It was already planned that when Tisha come in that event, to go ahead and have the security to go and escort her out. Now that's how I saw it in the spirit. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and peel through some of the layers, and my truth may not be your truth, but somewhere lies the truth. And this right here, we don't go wherever the wind is blowing. We're gonna stand on our truth. Like I say, this right here is for critical thinkers, and some of you guys, you're not used to this. So before I continue, also I see where Starbucks lover has said, please support the channel, Cash App Real Talk 95. Please, guys, let me go ahead and put my Cash App again up. So if you feel led to go ahead and cash out me, go ahead and do it. Real Talk 985, guys. Real Talk 985. Or like I said, it won't cost you a dime if you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also, let me go ahead and I want to read my disclaimer. I want to make sure I do this because I will show some clips. Okay. So right here, copyright disclaimer is under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. So, guys, don't get mad with the messenger. Like I said, I don't know these people from a can of paint. All I know is that when you air it out, you are free game. Okay. They are the ones that chose to put their marriage on display where the entire world to go ahead and pick it apart. Also, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I wanted to make sure that I go ahead and get that out. And also, again, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So also, guys, before I get into my commentary, I also, I saw that, Iran, I don't know if you guys had saw that they had launched a air attack against Israel. So we want to make sure that all this stuff, keep all this, just pray, because all the stuff that happens, even though it's overseas, it also affect us as well. So this is a news that we did here. I didn't put a picture or anything, because I'm not going to go ahead and open up all these sites, because for some reason, when I do, it seems like I go ahead and get into the matrix. But I did hear that Iran had launched an air attack against Israel, which I wish, like I said there and say, things would get better, all the stuff that is going on. But I would talk about that another day on another video, because like I said there and say, that's where, all the stuff that's going on, and we so fixated when it comes to these reality shows. That's why I sit there and say I don't look at these reality shows the way that you guys look at it. I take the foolish things to conform the wise, because I believe that, as you can see with the attack that's going on with Iran and Israel, I believe that, they put all this stuff right here, as a distraction, long as they can put this stuff in our way to keep us occupied because of what real stuff that is going on, then they're going to go ahead and do that. Also, I see where Starbucks says that, sure does, sleep just came back to the White House from vacation. Oh, she must be talking about Sleepy Joe, Joe Biden. Okay. Yes, indeed. So, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. And like I said, all this right here is alleged. This right here is a reality show. And get your panties out of the butt. Sometimes, we don't know how to separate a reality show from these people' personal life. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know any of these people, so I'm coming from a non-biased perspective. Now, you might not say that, but I know my truth, okay? Because of I was going, to come out and say some stuff. I'm gonna say what you want to hear, in order to tickle your ears, so I can be able to get paid just like the rest of the people. But like I said, I have to stand on my truth. So as you can see right there, they had opened up and said reveal it all. So they talking about they going to reveal it all. So when they say they're gonna reveal it all, it's time for them to reveal it all. And especially when it comes to Martell. I hope that when Martell, like he said, he's ready to tell his reality. Martell said he's ready to tell his story. And just like we had heard, Martell say either you tell my story or you go ahead and you fire me. So I just hope that Martell be truthful. Don't just hit behind the bushes or go and have people, to pick things apart and read through lines, because you leave people confused, Martell. Just come out and say it. It's time for you to be your true, authentic self. Because as you can see right here, especially when it comes to Melody, like I said, she knows how to play this game, and she's not going to hold back. She's going to continue to push this and squeeze this and beat this until she can't beat it no more. And we already know that when it came to all this right here, Melody, she used her trauma and she started bonding with her fans and even producers. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but that's how it looked. Even producers to help sit there and build her up to elevate her, even if she had to use Martell, Holt, and Tisha or anybody else that comes her way. They're not gonna let nobody elevate past Melody. Now that's how I saw in the spirit. Now, like I say, guys, please, just like I say, this channel right here is for critical thinkers. So if you feel that what I'm saying, you cannot relate to it, then find some channel that's going to relate, because it doesn't make no sense for you coming on and subscribing and unsubscribing, which that does not bother me, because I'm going to be here whether I am by myself. Because like I said, when it comes to all this right here, this is my ministry. Okay, so I'm going to take what I call the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And what I see right here, it's easy. It's easy to see who are the masterminds, who are the manipulative, the ones that's manipulative and controlling behind the scene. It's easy to see all that. And it could be the reason why when Destiny was coming on, And all of a sudden, she didn't show up that next season, and then we was hearing all types of rumors that the guy, her ex, that she was going to bring on that show end up with one of the producers. Now you trying to tell me none of the cast members didn't know what was going on? Like I said, guys, is a lot of stuff that is going on, and the reason why we can't see it because we looking at the surface part of things, just like what logical says. We're looking at the surface part, but we're not getting into the core of it, to pull the meat. But that's where we are in here. We're going to go into the core. We're going to crack that shell. It's like a peach shell. Like a peach shell, when you keep cracking and cracking that hard shell, sooner or later you're going to get the meat. So this how it is in here. We're going to get to the meat of it. I see your Hope is in the house. She says hello again. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in. Your Hope, being a part of my life. Yes, indeed. And all the Bush babies, come forward, come forward. Like I said, I won't bite long as you keep it on topic. We talking about these people, and just like I say all the time, thank God it's them and not us, okay? And we are looking from the outside in, okay? So as you saw by the topic right there, it says exposing the dark side, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. And also we're going to talk about the real victims. Yes, I said the real victims by this vicious cult like behavior, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call them the MEL-O-NUTS. Okay, I'm gonna say that, and I have a reason why I'm going to go ahead and say this. But I had to do some deep soul searching to make sure when I come before you guys, that I come standing on my truth. And when I say the real victims, even though Martell, with his infidelity, because Martell should have went ahead and divorced his wife. That's how I feel. If you knew that you was going to go ahead and step out of your marriage, you should have went ahead and divorced. But I do understand, being that I, been in a marriage for years and years, and you got so much assets, so much stuff that is tied in that relationship. And we already know when it came to Martell and Melody, they was power couples. They was doing their things. They build multi-million dollar businesses from the ground up, and it's not as easy as some people, where they can say, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the towel and I'm gonna just go ahead and walk away. It's not that easy. Now it's easy for some when you ain't got a pot that you know what in the winter to go ahead and throw it out, but these people, they was doing their things. And the thing about it, when it came to Martell and Melody, they started from a humble beginning. Martell is the one that put Melody on her feet. And I don't care, guys, how you want to go ahead and come on and say, no, Melody did this. No, it was Martell. They both started from a humble beginning. They both were school teachers. Martell decided to leave the school system and go into his own business with him and his brother. They took that lawnmower service business and they turned it into a multi-million dollar business. Martell could have went ahead and hired anybody. He went and got his wife and pulled her out the school system and made her the face of his business as the CEO. And when those two came together, they bloomed. I understand, like I said, I can take a piece of everybody that's on this show because I lived it. I cannot tell you something that I never been through. That's why I tell everybody, don't put your eyes on me, keep your eyes on God. And when you start growing a business coming from a small, humble beginning, don't let money, don't let the love of money sit there and make you lose your mind. Because, like I said, I tell you guys all the time, you can never build a solid foundation off of material possession. It's like building a house on sinking sand. And I truly believe that they start out a very beautiful couple, doing good. But the love of money, I know about the love of money. Trust me, I know about the love of money, what the love of money can do. And by they start, getting other people involved and getting businesses deals and getting to another status, another level, people start changing. And maybe that's the reason why Martell, he had told Tasha K that, he really didn't want it, his wife, to be a part, of, reality show because he know, when it comes to reality show, it's not good on marriages, especially when it comes to black marriages. It's like they hard on black marriages. And as you can see right here, this is the result. So Martell was right. When Martell said, he was very skeptical about, coming on TV because you could see television is not for Martell. When it comes to television, Martell and television is like oil and water. They turn in two different corners. It's not his life, but he did it in order to please his wife. He did it in order to please his wife to make her happy, which it really was nothing, to even make her happy, especially when a person already checked out. And also, I was watching some videos where Martell was telling Tasha K that, he would come home from work, had to bring food to the kids, and Melody, mom is there, two women in the house. Now, if you got two women in the house, what a man that been working all day needs to come into the house and bring food for two women and the children. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And as Martell was talking, he was saying that they was going to a barbecue. He asked Melody, do you want to go to a barbecue? She said no. And he also said that he told Melody for over a whole year, it's some things that you're not doing in the marriage, which you guys already heard all this. It's just that it's like some people, they hear something and it goes out of one ear because we only wants to try to gravitate when it comes to trauma bonding. We don't want to get to the real issues. And that's why I say, I don't have a fight. I don't have a dog in this fight. So I'm coming from a non-biased perspective so I can see clearly. Nothing have my eyes clouded. I'm not fixated when it comes to Melody, her beauty, because that's not the way that the Most High God see it. The Most High God don't see you as the outer appearance of a person, but the man's heart. But as Martell was talking, which, like I said, I'm not giving Martell no excuse. He should have went ahead after a whole year. He told his wife what she was not doing. She even held out, didn't want it to even have sex. And now we know today that she said that the reason why she was not having sex with Martell because he was not pleasing her. Now, it's not her exact word verbatim, but if you sat there a bunch of uh your frenemies because they wasn't friends and saying that your husband never given you the big O, your man never giving you the big O, and you sitting there is like a dead log. It's not going to make you happy. And you telling him to go out there and do whatever he needs to do, and by he's not getting it at home, quite obvious. The same thing that you're not doing, it got somebody around the corner that's ready to go ahead and scoop it up. Like I said, your trash might be treasure to somebody else. And as I was saying, I can't put Martell as the face of a cheater because nobody else ever came forth, because you already know they're going to come forth because he's on a major platform and they're going to get paid. So I know somebody say, hell with this Negro. I'm going to sit there and say, yes, we had, we had relationships, but no woman ever came forth and said that they had a relationship with Martell Holtz while he was married, but Ariane Curry. So I do not think that he was a serial cheater. What I think that Ariane went ahead and gave him what he wanted his wife to give him. And when he wasn't getting it at home, she was doing everything that he wished that his wife would do. And that's real talk. And I know you guys don't want to hear it. But like I said there and say, I got to tell it to you guys the way that I see it. And maybe that's the reason why they're going to go back and pull up some of the old clips, because a lot of stuff was just tucked away because what they was trying to do. And that's just my opinion. It was tucked away because they was trying to elevate one person. I see my girls in the house. Let me go and drop the mic. What I say, always say that, man. Drop the link for Logical Speed. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna chop it up because, like I said, guys, this is real talk. Unapologetic and non-biased. And I know you guys, you may not want to hear this right here, but it was a lot of underhanded stuff that was going on. And the reason why, because they was profiting off of this stuff right here. And they still was profiting, and they still would have profited. And that's why you don't see Melody coming on with another man. You don't see Melody have moved on. And she said so many times, she said, God said go, but yet she still was there like beating this dead horse. And the reason why is because Melody, she knew as long as she keep this train going, long as she knows she got fans, she got people behind the scene that was helping her to push that narrative, she was going to continue because everybody was getting paid off of putting their foot on this black man. But like I said, it was not going to last. Sooner or later, you was going to be exposed because you never win playing dirty. Logical Speak say, give me a minute. Okay, okay. But like I said, you never win when you play dirty. So it was not going to last. All this stuff right here is because people was banking off it because it was drama and it was bringing ratings. So that's why nobody ever came forth and say, let me go ahead and pump my brakes. Let me continue to crucify him and nail him to the cross because it's paying us. But like I say, you never win when you play dirty. Hey, Lodge.
Hey, Lady D in chat, how are you this evening?
Girl, doing good, doing real, real great.
Good, good, good.
Beautiful, beautiful out there. What about where you are?
Yeah, it's been a beautiful day. I got out and ran around a little bit. It was so warm, so nice.
Oh,
And
praise
of
the
course,
Lord. Yes,
yeah,
yes, 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 yes. So, what do you think about all the stuff that I had said so far?
yeah. I was listening to your intro, and I definitely wanted to touch on what you said about Melody and Martell in the beginning. Uh, he did quit teaching first and started his
Lower your mic just a little bit, just a tad bit here,
okay.
just a tad bit. And hey, Etna, I see Etna is in the house. She say, "Hello, my crew." Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome, guys. Thank you for coming in and supporting us.
Okay, is that better?
Go ahead. Yeah, I could hear a little squeaking, but not that much.
Oh wow. Yeah, he did quit teaching first, decided his own lawn care service, built it up to $1 million business, and then he encouraged her to quit teaching and come on board with him. This is something that the MEL-O-NUTS refused to uh, identify the fact that he started the business ventures past they'll both being teachers. Um, and also, when she's giving an interview or talking to her MEL-O-NUTS, she never says that Martell created the lawn care service, and she always say, "I started property preservation. I
Absolutely.
started $1 million business." She never says we as a couple, and her followers believe that. When we both know, we all know that they built those businesses together. Yeah, she never says we. She always says I. was a multi-millionaire before I came to Love and Marriage Huntsville, the show. She never
I,
said
I
her
I
and her.
like that. I
Uh,
like that where you say I, because see, when you say I, that right there is a boastful spirit.
yeah, she always say I. She never says me. We, my husband and I, created the business prior to Love and Marriage Huntsville, the show. She always says, I did, I did, I did. And they listen to that, and that's what makes them say Martell wasn't doing anything. Melody built it all. We all know what a 20-pound sledgehammer feel like. We
Absolutely.
all know it takes a lot of muscle to swing that sledgehammer to tear down a wall. We all know she wasn't doing that. I mean, doing the property preservation when they first started before they could hire a crew. Martell was doing all of that heavy work. She was doing the paperwork, making all of the calls in order to try to generate business. But he did the hard labor. She makes it seem like she did it. I wish
Hmm.
I know what a 20-pound sledgehammer feel like. Do you?
Yeah.
Ladies?
Yes. I don't think I can pick it up. I most likely can't even hardly pick up 20.
We don't. We can pick it up, maybe off the ground 2 or 3 inches, but we ain't gonna be able to swing it.
Absolutely.
And she is way lighter than I am, and I'm sure she's lighter than you are. She ain't slung no sledgehammer and tore down no walls. He did that. We see
Absolutely.
Martell swinging the sledgehammer all the time when he's in the gym, and he takes that sledgehammer and busts those tires down. He could swing that sledgehammer. She didn't do none of that. But she always,
Absolutely.
I did it, I did it, I did it.
That's a boastful spirit. I see Sugar Brown is in the house. She said, "Good evening, Queens." Hello, Sugar Brown.
Around 37.
And Etna Crowdle, she says, "Hello, my crew." Yes, indeed, your hope. Hey, she say, "Hey, hello, logical."
Hi. Um,
Yes, indeed. Sugar Brown also says, yes, hit that like button. Hit the like button as your admission to this live. Hashtag let's go champ. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you for promoting the channel. Yes, indeed. So what's your thoughts about when I said maybe that's the reason why Bossif, you remember when they had put this exclusive news about Love and Marriage in Huntsville, the new season, but they went ahead and they started reminiscing over some old clips. So do you think that the reason why they going back to the old clips because it was a lot of manipulation and undermining and some stories that should have been told but wasn't told, so now they gurgitating it up?
well, I hope so. I hope they're planning on clearing up and clarifying some information so that everybody could be on the same page. And most important, her fan base could
Mm-hmm.
see clearly where they're blinded. I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I did brought up when I opened up, you remember the scene when Melody had some type of event and Tisha went there and just to be escorted away by the security. You remember that scene?
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
we already know that Tisha and Melody was going back and forth, and all of a sudden, why would Tisha? Because Tisha don't look like that type of person that would just bow her way into something, right? So the only reason why Tisha may have went there is because the producers went ahead and gave her a call just to sit there and have Melody to escort her out just for a show.
Yeah, I did hear you present the scenario that the producers may have sent Tisha there, um, because Melody didn't invite her. She didn't. I think they were. It was supposedly a private event, and everybody that she wanted there got a written invitation, and Tisha didn't get one.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been production that sent Tisha there.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
probably would you have went without a written invitation?
No, I would have never went.
I mean,
But I would have never went. But if my producers, and I know that's my job, would have called me and told me to show up because we already know these events are being sponsored most likely by, the show, right? just like the trip that Melody, be given. I don't think Melody is coming out of pocket with that because we already know, just like with the girl that they was trying to accuse Marcel with, Melody had sat there and say, she wanted on the show, but the girl wanted 5,000 and she was not going to come out of pocket, and she talked to Carlos King. Now, if they would have came up to $5,000, maybe the girl would have came on the show. So I think that they only did that because they was doing anything, just like Martell told Tasha K, because he brought it up that they did that just to go ahead and make Melody looks good. I see Edna Crowder said, "Truth be told, callers helped created that demon." Absolutely, he put his eggs in that one basket. He never held her accountable on the reunion show. Absolutely. Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
Lodge. Get your mic. Work on your mic just a little bit, Lodge.
Is it too
It's
loud?
like it's like it's moving around.
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
But yeah, absolutely right. Hmm.
Is it stable now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I can hear a little moving around. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember Tisha saying that was that Embrace launch um, of Melody's cosmetic line. That's what that event was for. I remember Tisha saying she went there to try to apologize and make friends with Melody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she had any idea that she would be put out. Um, I don't know if production sent her or not. Could be.
Well, that's what Martell said. Martell has
I,
said, I guess they all talked about it. They was just doing their job because they look at it, this is a show to them. They're not looking to be humiliated or just trying to make one person look good and tear everybody else down.
yeah, he did say that on that interview that all of the scenes, production tried to make each scene favor Melody to make her look good. So why would he lie?
Absolutely.
Why would he lie? And I don't see why the cast would keep putting up with it. If production is doing that, having them do things in order to pump her up and make her look like the angel and make them look like villains, I'm not sure that money is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they are going to continue with it though. It seems like they are ready to start icing her out. And if production wants her to shine, she going to shine some other kind of way. The cast
Absolutely.
should be her footstools for her.
Absolutely. That's what I think as well. That, it's time to go ahead and ice out because we know exactly who is the common denominator. And like I said, I don't know about you, but to me, I really, don't take all this stuff, personal. I'm not really,
Yeah,
like this person fan or that person fan. If Tisha do anything, I'm gonna call Tisha out. If Marsha do anything, I'm gonna call Marsha out. But the thing about it is where they went wrong, just like Edna said, callers, he helped created this demon. And
yeah,
now, it's coming back to bite him in the butt.
yeah. Edna is absolutely correct. Carlos, he allowed her to present that narrative that it was her show and that she was the creator for a long time. Last season, season 6, was the first time he clarified that and said that he was the creator and owner of the show. He let her run with that narrative for
Hmm.
5, 6 seasons straight and didn't straighten her out. So maybe that was the plan to boost her up in order to put the show in a certain position and then
Hmm.
bring her down. Maybe that was the plan.
Your mic, Lodge.
Wow, I may have to get
Yeah.
into the check if it's not gonna act right tonight.
Oh, what you on your what you have your earbuds
Yeah,
in?
I'm on the headphones.
And I guess it must be hitting or something like that. Because
Okay.
it's like a lot of moving around.
Yeah, the wires, me in my chair, I'm probably moving around too much.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
what do you think about the part where, like I say, when it came to Martell? Because see, I'm going back. I'm trying to find the root to it because it always a root. There's always some a beginning, and I think that they were a very very beautiful couple. But they allowed all this extra stuff, the money and the clouting, and they allowed that to get the best. But I do not think that Martell, as they painted him, he was a serial cheater. I think that Melody went ahead and pushed him out. And like I said there and say, this is my opinion. Oh, I know you guys don't want to hear. Just say ouch. Okay. Yes. Ain't no man is gonna sit there and come from a hard day's work, especially like I say all the time, a southern man, and got your two women in the house and got to do all this different stuff, and then you have the audacity to tell your man to go and find him another woman. But if Martell was a serial cheater, about now we are in almost 7 seasons now, right, Lige?
Yes.
So 7 seasons, some woman besides Ariane Curry would have came forth and say they had a relationship with Martell, but no other woman that I know. I'm not talking about Sheree, because you already know I thought that was just for a stunt. But I don't know no other woman that he was out there with that ever came forth, and these bloggers would have ran with it until Kingdom Come to say that Martell was having a relationship with that person.
Yeah, let me work on my mic a minute.
Okay.
And I'm gonna come back up.
All right then.
Give me a second.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So guys, what your thoughts about it? How we quick to sit there and say that when it comes to Martell, that Martell is a serial cheater. But see, like I said, I'm looking from the outside in, but I don't see any bloggers, no bloggers. I don't see no bloggers ever came forth with any other woman but Ariane Curry. And is that, like I say, give him a pass? No, it's not giving a pass. But the thing about it, if you got someone that's saying that you, you he does not make you feel, like whatever she said, give him the big O, then quite obvious, you pushing this man away. And that's how I look at it. Just let me know your thoughts about it, because like I said, in here is grown folks. But the way that I see it, I see that that was, a good couple, and they wanted to continue, doing good, and being power couples. But I think that Melody, she went ahead and she drove this man out of that house. And that's my opinion. And however you feel led, guys, let me know what your thoughts about it. Edna says, truth be told, call us. Okay, I read that. Also, Edna said, even Marcel got on Tisha and told her they trying to make her look like a fool. Absolutely. That's exactly what happened. And just like I said, I'm just going by off of, how I observed this show, and I was just going back to old clips and just watching some things that's out there. And I think that what really happened is that they were doing all this damage control just to go ahead and uplift Melody. So let me see if Mike Logical got a mic together. Hey Lodge.
Hey, is that better?
Oh gosh, that's real good. Really, really good.
Yeah, it was half plugged in.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, girl, it's real good. I don't hear no buzzing sound or anything.
yeah, it was half plugged in. I ain't have my
Yes.
glasses on, girl. I can't see.
Yes. So, the question that I asked, do you think that Martell was a serial cheater, because no other woman that I know ever came forth?
No, I don't think he was a serial cheater. I only heard about one woman, and that was Ariane Curry. And in order to be a serial cheater, he would have to have had multiple um, infidelities with different women to to become or be, labeled as a serial cheater. So no, he wasn't. He was a consistent cheater with that one woman. Like he
Yes.
said, he only had one woman. He wasn't
Hmm.
interested, remember? He said he
Hmm.
wasn't interested in having multiple women.
Hmm.
He only wanted one girlfriend.
So do you think that Melody drove him out when she withheld, he said, sex for almost weeks, and they discussed it for over a year and she never did anything to make it right? So do you think that Melody pushed him out and she had somebody on the side?
Well, I think if I don't believe in saying no.
Mhm.
I don't think a wife or a husband should ever say no when it comes down to intimacy, sex. And she said she didn't have time to give him sex. And I think that's what drove him out. Because, men are, they're a little bit more, how can I put this nicely? The wind blows a little harder for them on a regular basis.
Mhm.
I don't know if everybody getting my drift. Men may, especially young men in their 30s, they might want sex a little bit more than a woman does. What do you think?
Well, men always, that's all they think about. Once
Right,
they
all
come
day
home
long.
from work and all
Right,
they think about is good food and sex and go to
right,
bed. You see what I'm saying?
right,
But see,
right,
women, we so emotional. We want that romance. We just want to feel like we love. And the man, they just want to hit it and eat and
right.
go to sleep. But we not like that.
And I
So
think
I guess
women,
she was missing that romance part.
right, and I think women use sex as a weapon. You
Women.
know, women, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, he done pissed me off. He ain't getting none tonight.
Yes, yes.
I ain't giving him none for 6 months. And I don't think that's the right way to go. Because then if he's sexually aroused, he got to get it from somewhere. He ain't gonna be wanting to take care of himself all the time. So I
Yes.
believe, yeah, her constantly saying no
And
takes him
also,
in the street.
I think that when it comes to Martell, where one of his problems are is that he have a problem of communication, because I feel that if he would have been more vocal, especially with all the stuff that happened in his life, the stuff that we see now, that's you know circulating on the internet, with Melody, when she was having those aggressive behavior and attacking him. I think that what he should have done is he should have brought that to light. He should have exposed that. And I feel that the reason why he didn't do it, because he's a man and he wanted to make sure that he does not hurt the mother of his children. But as we could tell, Melody, she didn't care, because all the stuff that she put out. But I think now when it comes to Martell, all bets is off. He need to go ahead and pull the gloves. Anything that is bothering him, even when it comes, and I know you guys don't want to hear it, but like I said, if they air it out, it's free game. And I just feel the energy right now of what I'm about to say. But I'd rather play the video first. Okay, so continue talking, Lige.
Yeah, I agree with you. Martell, most men are not emotional people. They don't like to discuss things, especially in the public. You know, he said he did tell her, "Hey, baby, you're not gonna take care of me," and she said, "No,
Hmm.
you're not gonna do this for me. You're not gonna take care of me."
But do
And
you
he's,
think that he should stop covering her? Covering up for her.
yeah, I do. He's covered up for her a lot, and I think that comes from his general. He's a good person at heart. So he don't want to just he didn't want to just blast. It took him a long time to even say that she was having an affair.
Hmm.
Um, it took it takes him a little time to come up and out with stuff. Whereas women, you know how we do.
And
If we
and
get mad,
Carlos
it's
King
coming up and coming out.
had to pull that out
Yeah,
her. You
yeah,
remember with the
yeah, he
fellatio
had to,
part.
because she was trying to lie her way out of that. Until Carlos pinned her down and got it out of her. She was pissed at that because she didn't want to have to admit that she had been with another man, and then she said, he did me, but I didn't do him. Still trying to make herself seem like the little goody two shoes. Now
Hmm.
you and I and everybody else know. Anytime you meet up with a man and you get with a man, it's gonna be some one-on-one interaction. He ain't gonna be just taking care of you. You gonna take care of him too.
Absolutely,
So that
absolutely.
was a lie.
So real TV Ninth Ward said facts. She said 100%, and also Etna said I think she played a bigger part than she will admit.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Martell really put the lid on it because he caught feelings for, I guess, for Ariane.
Yeah, well, what woman is going to really expose everything about herself or what she's done? Most women going to try to lie out of it or try to push the blame on somebody else.
Mhm.
But we, as women, we going to show put our hands out like she did about Martell. Well, Martell was over here. Martell did that. Martell did that. Ain't said nothing about what she done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hillman, I might be pronouncing the name wrong. Hilma Bisco says she can say no. No, yes, she can say no. That's her body. That's her right. She can say whatever she want to say. But if you
Yeah.
continue holding out, and if you want to call yourself a Christian or whatever she call herself, how she be calling on the name of whoever, she would know in some of those scriptures it say you only can hold out for just a while, and that means when during your ministration, and that's the scripture that says that you can hold
Hmm.
out just for the 2 weeks, like maybe because you giving your body time to
Hmm.
get over with the ministration. But if you hold out for weeks and weeks, and your man is coming to you nicely and
Hmm.
telling you, look, it's some things that I have needs. I have some urges.
So Hilma Briscoe thinks that a woman, Melody, can say no
Which
or
is her
should
right.
say no. I
Hmm.
don't know. I mean, I don't believe in the no.
Well,
Unless
it's
I'm
her
ill,
rights.
sick, or my woman time.
Hmm.
But otherwise than that, I don't believe it's a good thing to say no to your husband.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Hilma.
Well,
Mm,
like I said, but each his own. But the thing about it is that, no man is going to keep begging his wife.
right.
And he got someone right around the corner, just like I said, is ready to go ahead and scoop it up. And just like Touch K was said, they're saying you don't think that Ariane knew all about you, which I kind of think that Ariane might have known, because when it comes to Huntsville is very small. But
Right.
he said that Ariane did not know him. She was playing cards and eating a chicken, and I guess, he probably felt like he had his eyes on her. But I don't think that, if she knew that, he didn't have what he have, I don't think that she would even gave him the time. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. But I'm just saying.
Right. Well, she could have not known who he was.
You think so?
I remember her saying that she went with a friend that was invited to the party. So it's a
Mhm.
possibility she didn't know anybody there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It could be true. It could be true. And
Yeah.
also, I like the part, especially when it comes to Martell, the part that, he love his mom. And when a man love his mom and talk about his mom, he's a good man. And
Yeah.
I really think that he's a good man. It's just that, he made a decision that most men do. Like I said, 99% of men, they do cheat, and the thing
Right.
about it, Melody was not liking anything because, first of all, she even came out is a respectful way of cheating. I think, just like Tasha K had said, if you staying in that relationship for 5 years, you trying to tell me that you didn't know that your man was cheating? Come on now. And she
Oh
still
yeah, she
stayed in there.
knew.
And I think she would have stayed in there, logical, if that show would have never came off the ground.
I agree. They was to me, they would still be married right today, even with the baby, if they weren't in the public eye. I do believe that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't believe she would have divorced him,
Hmm.
you know, if they were not on this show. I believe
Uh,
she would have stayed with him.
Absolutely. Edna said the woman is here on earth to please her husband. That's in the Bible. Absolutely. The Bible said when a
Absolutely.
man find a woman, he find a good
A good
thing. Okay.
thing. Right. I don't believe either partner should say no. The husband
Hmm.
shouldn't say no to his wife. The
Hmm.
wife shouldn't say no to her husband unless they have an excuse. Hey, I've had a hard day today, but I got you in the morning. You know,
Hmm.
or I got you tomorrow night. Well, you don't constantly keep saying no. I don't know, Hilma. I don't go. I don't believe in that word no. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Because then you opening the door. You constantly saying no and
You
not
open the door
giving him
for the devil.
sexual right.
Yeah,
You opening the door for him to go and find it somewhere else. Cause hey,
absolutely.
believe me, it's not in human beings to be monogamous in the first place.
Hmm.
It's not natural. You know, most people. I don't know if you thought about this, but I'm going to ask you. When you first meet somebody, it's puppy love. You
Hmm.
like each other. You all hot and heavy. Around year 2 and 3, you got to work at it a little bit.
Absolutely.
You
We
get
all can
bored.
relate to it. Absolutely. Every new broom, you go and purchase a new broom and or a new mop, it's gonna sweep good, right?
Right,
So, but soon the minute that new broom or mop get old, what you gonna do? Throw it in the closet with the rest of the old mops and brooms,
right,
right? Unless you keep that broom sweeping, doing what it's
right.
supposed to do. So if that broom and
Absolutely.
mop is not doing what it's supposed to do, then you don't have no problems. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But if it's wearing out or because a man, you know how a man they likes to change on. But if you doing what you need to do, he's gonna stay there, whether your body change or whatever.
Yeah, and a lot of people believe even if the man, if you're giving it to him 24/7, men are naturally going to see something else, and they will possibly hit, and it ain't got nothing to do with love.
That's it.
I had a man tell me once, because you know how when you're having marital problems, you want to talk to another man and see what his vision is, and from a man's point of view. This man told me that men like variety.
Hmm.
They get tired and bored of the same thing.
Some men. Hmm.
Some men do, most men.
Hmm.
And if they get the opportunity, a lot of them will dip off. Women don't get as bored with variety and need variety the way men do. You
Absolutely.
know,
I
I
totally
mean, they're the
agree.
natural hunters. They're the natural. I'm not gonna say predators, but they are the. What am I trying to say? They are the pursuers. You know, and they like to chase. Women. I mean, I would have never had to cheat on my husband.
Hmm.
I cheated out of revenge.
Absolutely. A woman always, some women, they step out because of something is
Right,
lacking in the home, especially when it
right,
comes to communication and romance. That's
right,
big and major when it comes to
right.
a woman.
Yeah, I don't have to have variety, but some men have to have variety. You know, Martell seemed like he was pushed out.
I think he was. I think he
Yeah,
absolutely he was pushed out. And that's why I said there and say, make sure you check out some of the old clips because I think
yeah.
you pay for your prescriptions, right?
Uh-uh.
Or
Now
you just
I
go and
used
watch
to.
it on YouTube.
I used to pay. I used to pay the own network in order to watch. I'm
Oh,
not
so
doing that anymore. I
you
watch
watching it
free
now? So,
on
oh, you
YouTube.
watch free? Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, I watch it on YouTube now. I stopped paying for it. So
Okay,
I do have some old seasons that I did pay for before I stopped paying for it.
okay.
You know, so
So I thought
I
you
don't
had
want to pay
Bravo. I
for it.
thought you had Bravo about now. So you don't have Bravo,
No,
right?
no, no, no. I don't have Bravo.
Let me play this
I
little
can
clip.
buy. Remember,
Okay.
I can buy seasons through Prime,
Yes.
through
So let
Amazon
me
Prime.
yeah, so let me play this little clip and we're gonna go ahead and chop through this right here, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
And all this right here, let me make sure that I do my copyright disclaimer again because you know how people are. So,
Right,
which I know how things work now, but I'm
right.
still wants to be ahead of the game. So, let me go ahead and read this copyright disclaimer
Okay.
again. The copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use, used for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. So, again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content.
To cheat. You cheated to cheat. So now it's a time frame. Now the time frame matters. If you did cheat, what does that matter? Y'all won't say that about a man. She got upset with me
So let's go ahead and talk about that when it was at the reunion and when
Hmm.
Martell was talking about how, they both cheated. They was in their relationship. I mean, their
Right,
marriage. So if Melody, she whoever cheated before who, you still had took those vows.
right. Yeah, he was trying to say that it don't matter when. It's the fact that she did cheat. It was after him, supposedly. And then at one while he said that he believed Melody cheated before he cheated.
He did.
He did say that. I believe they both cheated. I don't believe he was the only one cheating.
But do you think that, according to Martell, that Melody was cheating first because he said that he never had cheated over his wife when that day of that barbecue? That was the night that, that's when he had,
Right, when he
you
met
know,
Ariana.
he met Ariane. But Melody was withholding on him. So do you think that it is a possibility, which it can be, that, she was stepping out? That's why she didn't want to have sex with her husband anymore.
It could be. It could have been. But she was stepping out first and didn't want to have sex with Martell because she didn't want to probably overlap. Because it's a possibility if you're overlapping, if a pregnancy uh, comes about and she's interacting with her husband and another man, then she's going to be confused on who the father is.
And we're gonna talk about that. Absolutely, we're gonna talk about that because even Tasha K brought that up, and a lot of people, they were trying to say that Martell was trying to question uh, the paternity of his last child. No, Tasha K brought it up.
Hmm.
Tasha, and we're gonna talk about that as well. But let's go ahead and get back to this clip. What we're talking about right now.
Hmm.
Now, Chris Fletcher had cheated over his wife, but
Right.
they were able to come back together and forget all the stuff that whatever had happened, which most likely, they're gonna bring it up if, now that they on this show. But why nobody is holding Chris Fletcher to the same standards that they are holding Martell? It's like, to Martell, by he's cheating, it's like it's no return. It's like, I don't understand.
Well, I think what that is, they don't see Nell as a superior being over everybody.
Oh, okay. Come
They
on,
do
girl.
see they see Melody as superior. How dare he cheat on this superior human being? And that's the way Melody see herself too, to me.
Hmm.
As superior over anyone, him and anyone. So now Chris Fletcher is not going to get dogged. The way Martell is, because her fan base don't see Nell as a superior person. They see Nell as any other woman, just like you and I and them. They've been cheated on, but to me, they see Melody as some superior being. And
That's good.
he had a nerve to cheat on this superior person.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And not only that, they also see her as a brand because they know
Mm,
if they can continue with this narrative, as Martell is a villain and she's a victim, they know that they can bank off of that because,
yeah.
it put big money, in her pocket, especially with the t-shirts. Every time when,
Hmm.
you know, s- she come out with these different things on her t-shirts, the
Hmm.
song, she even made a song about it. Somebody say she got another song that she's coming out. So she was banking off him. He was her cash cow.
Yeah, I've even heard some of them say that Melody is the only woman for Martell. He's never going to
Wow.
have another good woman like Melody
Wow. Well, they're gonna say that because just like you said, they look at her as some
as a
superior
superior
being.
person.
Yes, and
Yeah,
also they monetizing off it, and they
yeah,
banking
that
off of
too.
this right here, so they're
That
gonna
too.
keep it going. And the
Yeah.
thing about it is that the ones that's pushing it, is her fans, and it's
Mm,
also it's really hard when the show become biased and people
right.
behind the scene are helping her to push that.
Right. Absolutely. Even Beyonce has been cheated on. Halle Berry has been cheated on.
Hmm.
They see Melody as a superior person that no man should ever cheat on, and that's a
Hmm.
problem. Because
Absolutely.
Halle Berry got cheated on, Beyonce done got cheated on, we all done been cheated on. She is not a superior person. I don't see her as in a superior light,
Me either.
but they do.
Me either.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and play a little
What
more.
time frame that is?
If she did cheat, what does that matter?
Y'all won't say that about a man. She had got upset with me because our attorney at the time, Dan Crane, her and Melody had a relationship. And I called him out on that. And, I told him, I said, I'm going to sue you in the email. I got the email. I
The
said,
alienation of affection, basically sleeping with your wife, because you can sleep with
yeah,
somebody.
yeah. And really, one of the times that I really knew that she was gone in the head, she had lied to me. She said she was about to go to dinner with one of our mutual friends. I'm like, oh, that don't sound right. But she left to go and be with him,
So let's go ahead and talk about that with Melody and the attorney, and the thing about it, that's a conflict of interest because that was his attorney, right? His business attorney or his divorce attorney?
It was their joint attorney.
For divorce or business?
I think it was business.
Oh my God, that is very horrible.
Yeah, he was the attorney for both of them. And he found text messages between Melody and Melody, he said, had went to take a shower. And he got in her phone and read the text messages between her and Daniel Crane.
So the question is, I wonder if he was their attorney when she told him to go and find him a woman. I wonder if that was the attorney at the time. Did they still had that same attorney? Because now it's all putting the pieces together.
Well, I did see a picture of Daniel Crane. He was.
I'm talking about when Melody went ahead and told Martell when he was going to the barbecue to go and find somebody. Yeah, yes.
I think he was their attorney at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, I need my podcast sound.
Yeah.
I need
He was
to
a
make
fairly
some
decent-
noise.
Fairly decent brown skinned man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need my podcast noise.
He ain't
so
look good
I
as
can make some-
Martell, but he was okay.
Wow. But still of all, you see how we putting the pieces together. You're not going to tell your man to go out there and find him a woman unless you got something
Unless you got something.
Thank you. You see,
That's
they
the way it
did.
usually go down. When you were told go find you somebody, it's because that person already has somebody.
Girl, I got to fix my podcast so I can make some
Okay.
sounds because this right here, this is good, girl. Iron sharpen iron, and we are sharpening it. You see what I'm saying? We are cutting through all these lies.
And here's the thing with this Daniel Crane person, he never denied it.
Wow.
I mean, he heard the accusation that Martell made, but he never came out and said, I've never had an affair with Melody Hope. He didn't say yes or no. To me, that was guilt.
And like I said there and say, guys, all this right here is alleged. They air it out. They are free game. But now the question, I need these MEL-O-NUTS. I need you guys to come and give us some facts. Because we're going to make sure we're going to dig deep into it. We're going to make sure that we find the truth. But logical, she loved the research. She got a master's in that. Okay. So thank you. So we want to know. The question is, like I said, is a root to everything. And what we trying to do is we trying to chop that snake head off. We trying to find out what's the cause of this, what's going on, why everybody hates Melody. We want to find out. So the question, guys, what we want to know is, was Dan Crane their financial attorneys at the time when Melody told Martell to go out there and find him somebody else? And that right there is going to put the missing pieces together.
I know this guy was supposed to be engaged. He wasn't a married man. He was engaged to someone during the time when he was supposed to have had this affair with Melody. Martell accusing them of having an affair, but the man never denied it. He's been silent. Crickets, he never said no. Martell Holt is lying on me. I've never been with his wife. The man never said anything. And to me, an innocent person will profess they're innocent.
That's it.
Nope, you're wrong. That man never said a word.
So that's our homework right there. Logical.
And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. Well, I know Martell was so remember when they were in Vegas?
Go ahead and refresh me.
They were in Las Vegas for Tisha and Marceau's anniversary. And Martell was screaming at her about her having an affair with this lawyer.
You talking about when they she said she heard them talking about her through the door, the walls or something like that during that time?
They were in Las Vegas, and Martell and Melody were arguing.
I
They were
remember
both
that.
in the kitchen,
Hmm.
and they were arguing. And Destiny was trying to break them up. And
Yes.
Melody, Martell said, Melody was a side chick for this man, this Daniel
Oh.
Crane. Martell said because he was a married man, and Melody said he wasn't married; he was engaged. You don't remember that?
Hmm. I'm gonna go back and play
Yep,
some more of the clips.
yep,
We trying to get to the root of it. And like I
yep,
said, guys, we don't know these people from a can of paint, but we are sick and tired of seeing these people being assassinated.
yep.
Assassinated. You guys, like I said there and say, you guys, y'all looking at it from the surface, but you have to dig deep into the core of it. We don't look at it as fans. I know I don't.
Well, I think they look at it from, like you said, one sided from what she said.
Trauma bonded and fans.
Right.
They are
Everything
diehard
she
fans.
said is true. Everything Martell said is a lie. This is the way
Mhm.
they see it. And I don't
Yes.
see it that way.
Yes.
You
So
know?
Edna, make sure you if you can find that information and all the ones that's out there in the bushes. I know you guys gonna listen the replay. We want to know, was Dan Crane, was he their attorney the time when Melody had told Martell to go out there and find him somebody else during the barbecue? We
I'm
want to
not
know, was
sure.
that the attorney, because that's going to explain a lot of stuff right there.
Right.
That's that's part of the missing pieces. So let's go ahead and play some more. And like I said, guys, all this right here is alleged for entertainment purpose only, but the stuff that you hear, like I said, is our opinion and it may not be for everybody. And this right here is under the copyright disclaimer, okay?
Okay.
I said, I'm gonna sue you for you being with my wife. You know, you up here working the case for us and you up here being with my wife and stuff like that. And I said, I'm gonna sue you. So he went back and told Melody, and then Melody came back and got in my face, like, don't you try to like mess his life up. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, you regardless of what's going on, I said, you my wife. How you gonna defend?
Knew you were
No,
both
because
cheating.
So like I said, he could have went ahead and sued this man working, and handling his business, and yet he's screwing his wife.
That's what he said. He was working for both of them. Some case for both of them. I don't know what the case was. And the guy and her were having an affair. And she tells Martell, how are you going to try to destroy his life? Because the man was not married. He was engaged to another woman at the time.
Yes.
Yep. But
that's
I
that's
guess he
hard
probably
work.
went on and got married. Never heard
Hmm.
anything. The man never came out and said nothing. You know?
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
And once he found out, she's worried about protecting him, and he really don't have nothing to lose, because just like you just said, the man was not married. Now I think that she was having a child on the way, but still of all, they didn't have as much as Melody and Martell had to lose, because they was working on a multi-million-dollar business, and they had this man to overseer over that business. So like I said, they all made some stupid decisions, so you can't just
Yeah.
blame Martell. Melody also made some stupid decisions as well.
Right. And here's the thing that her fans, her MEL-O-NUTS need to know. I hear him and I hear her. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna take everything she say as face value and truth and just ignore everything that he say. I
Hmm.
believe a lot of what he says about her.
Hmm.
Just like I know what she's saying about him is true because there's proof, there's evidence. Ariane said it was they been fooling around and they have a child. But Melly tries to make it seem like she was some superior, a perfect innocent victim, and that's a lie. And
Hmm.
this is what her fans hate when people point out what she has done. Uh-uh. It don't work like that.
Hmm. And you see, why like I said, this is uh, alleged. This is Martell's opinion, but the reason why I kind of believe him, because he really don't have nothing to lose.
Right.
Melody, she's banking off of this. You guys sitting there, you putting on this highest pedestal, behind this right here. So by
Hmm.
Martell coming in now telling his truth, his side, then the first thing that you guys want to go around and say that Martell is telling a lie.
No, it don't work like that. Not over
Absolutely.
here, it don't.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and play some more.
But you
So I didn't know
allow.
she was cheating. I didn't know she was cheating. Just the only thing I did was suck the dick.
So how long has it been since you sucked somebody's dick?
3+ years ago.
3 years ago.
3+ years ago.
I mean, that's pretty heavy.
I'm like,
and
And the thing about it is that in order for him to get that information, which she already had told Martell, and Martell said he had it on tape, Carlos King had to pull that out of her like
Yeah.
a bad rotten teeth. Had to pull that out of her.
You remember she said, I didn't do him. He did me. But in that
Mhm.
recording, speaking to Martell, she said, he asked her, how long has it been since somebody's She said 3+ years ago.
Mhm.
So she's admitting, being recorded, admitting that she went down on this man.
Mhm.
I don't believe that's all she did.
But tell me what person wouldn't remember? If I'm putting my
Right.
mouth on somebody,
You're going to remember it.
you're gonna remember. But the thing about it is that this man been asking you to do it to him, but you didn't want to do it to your own husband. And that's why I sat there and say Melody had checked out of that relationship.
Yeah, she had a man on the side, I believe. But women are much slicker. Women are more, I would say, better at cheating than men. Men don't think when they cheat. That's why they always get caught. I never got caught.
Hmm.
Women don't do stupid stuff. If they gonna do something, they gonna plan it. They gonna make sure they somewhere where don't nobody. It's not gonna get back.
Hmm.
Men, they think with the little head. They don't think with the big head.
And that's why I titled this video right here, Exposing the Dark Side, because see, that side they fail to see.
Right.
she
Right.
kissed you.
shut up, Tosh. Damn. No. Fuck that shit.
Let's talk about the last baby that y'all had together.
So we're gonna talk about this right here, and I know that
Mhm.
guys, if you trigger by this right here, just go ahead and tune off because we're gonna get to the bottom of it. And the reason why we're going to get to the bottom of it because they aired it out, they put it out. So we only can talk about what they put out. You air your business out, you are free game. Now they took Miss Wanda off the show, which Miss Wanda only went by of what Martell had put out with Dr. Heavenly. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But this right here, if Martell wants to be his true authentic self, I feel, that to get this dark cloud over my head, just go ahead and take a paternity test. What you think?
Well, he said he didn't want one.
But still of all, quite obvious it is somewhere in the back of his head. So let's
Right.
go ahead and listen to some of this right here, okay?
Okay.
Is it you and Melody?
Oh.
I heard some talk of you possibly getting a DNA. Is that true?
No.
No. Okay.
My little baby, she looked just like her mama. You know, she looked just like her mom.
Like Melody. Like,
Yeah, you can see me and all the other three, but just the last one. If you look at Melody's like younger picture, she looked just like Melody. Just
So let's go ahead and stop it right there. Now you see how they ran with that lie because they looking for any and everything to sit there and crucify this man. This man did not deny his daughter.
No, he did
Tasha K,
not.
Tasha K came to him and said, she heard, which I think that Bondi Blue was the one that's filling her in because she don't really cover stuff like this, right? But
Right.
they ran with the narrative that this man went ahead and was trying to not acknowledge his daughter.
Well, what he said is, I can see me in the other three,
Hmm.
but my little baby girl looks just like her mama. In other words, he don't see himself in the sugar mama. That's his truth.
Hmm.
He can see himself in the other three. He don't see, and it happens all the time. Most men are looking for themselves in their baby.
Well, you're gonna know, a man gonna always sit there and have some kind of resemblance. His children gonna have some kind of
Yeah, you would
resemblance
think
of the
so.
father.
Yeah, they would
So
have
if,
some.
if you don't see none, then
Yeah, he said she looks just like her mama, and that's
hmm
true. I don't see Martell in Sugar Mama. Not saying that she's not his.
and don't
Uh,
run with that story, guys. Don't run
right.
that we saying. Like I said, we only putting out, talking about what they already done put
hmm
out. Okay.
I don't see it either. I mean, even when she was a baby, I didn't see it. But
hmm
that doesn't mean that the child don't belong to him. It just means that the child look like Melody. You
hmm
know, he said it. He don't want no DNA. It's his baby. She was born in wedlock. If
He
it ain't
also
his, it is legally.
he he also didn't want to turn in no tapes of how she was trying to set fire to that house and all the other
Right,
stuff that she's
right.
doing. And now today, what he's doing?
Yeah, because suppose um if he agreed to a DNA
hmm
and it came out that it wasn't his, who's gonna tell the baby?
Well,
He's
that's a hard pill to swallow. But like I
yeah,
said, when you out there and you live in this type of life, then like I said, at the end of the day, the only ones that's gonna get hurt the most, and that's
he's
the
a child.
children.
But the same
But
thing happened with the
but that's
Kardashian sisters. I don't know if
yeah,
you know that girl. What's her name?
Chloe,
Chloe.
OJ.
She never looked like the other ones.
hmm
It's been assumed that she's not Robert Kardashian's daughter.
hmm
Her mama asked her to take a DNA, supposedly. Chloe don't want the DNA.
But Chloe said that and swabbed her mom. I remember when she said that and took some Q-tips and swabbed her mom.
You know, she's never looked like them.
hmm
And
But she
what's
don't
her
look
name?
like OJ either because she looked
No, she
more
don't.
Caucasian than any
Right.
last one of them.
Well, they did show a picture of this guy that used to be Chris
Mhm,
Kardashian, the mother's trainer, that Chloe looks more like.
mhm. But see,
But
back then they were swinging. They were swinging a lot.
oh yeah, child, they was dipping and dabbling and over here and over there. But anyway, Chloe don't want to. She want to be known as a Kardashian. Robert
Mhm.
Kardashian is her father. If she was born within that marital union, so unless they agree to the DNA, she gonna be a Kardashian.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
biological, may not, but like I said there and say, that's gonna always be his children.
yeah,
Edna says that she did not want her business out there, only Martell business. I really
right,
believe she came on the show to get her money up and go. Absolutely. But
yeah.
now, she don't know how to turn these MEL-O-NUTS off because she built her brand around these people. And the minute when she try to go, then they gonna turn on her.
What they had to say, she only wanted Martell's business out. She didn't want none
Yes.
of her business out.
But
Now,
it
how
don't
is that
work
gonna
like
happen?
that. It don't
No.
work like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think she as smart as we thought she was because this was not
No, she's
thinking
not.
smart right here.
She's not very smart at all. Because a smart woman would have never brought none of this crap out. A
Absolutely.
smart woman
Because
would have took care of that behind closed doors, and then they would have been just divorced. Like
absolutely.
let's say Eva Marcel and her husband, um, they are divorced, so nobody know why. She won't say why she divorced him. They got two little boys together. Well, actually, he
Mhm,
adopted her daughter too, so they have three kids together. And Eva will not say why she divorced her husband,
mhm.
and it's
Well,
probably because she don't.
her children look just like they look just like the dad.
Oh yeah, they do, but she
Even that
won't.
last one.
Right, both of them babies, those little boys are just like her husband, but she will not say. She said irreconcilable differences. She won't say he was cheating. She don't say
Mhm,
he was a drinker. You don't. She won't say he beat her. Some women don't want their divorce or the reasons for their divorce, and he probably cheated, like most men do.
mhm.
But do she want her kids to know that their daddy was a cheater? No.
No.
Don't nobody want that but this idiot fool Melody.
Absolutely. Edna said he held those tapes. I would have been put it out. Now, it's time
Yeah.
now. Either he put it out, he got to go on all cylinders, all four cylinders. He got to put everything out because
Yeah,
these people did not
unfortunately.
try to spare him at all.
No, they didn't. But he sure didn't want to throw her under the bus. He
He did
held on
not.
to them
And
cases. Yeah,
that's what I call a man
a
there.
decent man. He did not want to blast her out, but he's forced to. Her fans forced him to,
Mhm.
and she let him. Well, she led them to just like Edna said. She wanted all of his business out, but none of hers.
Absolutely. But you never win when you play dirty.
And it looked like he wanted to try to hide her business.
Yeah, he tried so hard to keep all this right here
That's a
behind
decent
closed
man.
door. But now, just like they said, season 7, reveal it all. You got to reveal it all.
And when she said, I was married to him for all of them years and I never got a hug at, the
Absolutely.
average man would have told her a new butt.
Mm-mm-mm. So it's about to get very deeper. So let's, like I say, guys, this channel might not be for you, but this right here, like I said, they aired out. They chose to put their toxic relationship on display for the entire world to pick it apart. So it's not nothing. Oh, I'm being messy. No, I'm not being messy. We trying to find the root to all this stuff that is going on. And in here, that's why I chose exposing the dark side. Okay,
Yeah.
so this right here is part of the dark side.
Blacker.
Okay.
The forehead, the nose, the how she. I
But
guess
she don't look like you, is what you're saying.
she looked just like her mom. She looked just like her mom.
You know, I'm about to be 42, right? And I can read in between the lines.
You said you about to be
I'm about to
42?
be 42 in
I
March.
just turned 42.
Oh, well, happy. When was your birthday?
January the 4th.
Oh, okay. So you're what's
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn
y'all,
as
y'all
well.
family. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put it out there. I'm just saying what I heard is that because of the breakdown of y'all marriage, and you feel like she was doing her thing, and you were doing your thing.
Yeah.
Could it be a possibility?
Now, I ain't gonna say it's a possibility,
Allegedly.
but I heard that she was doing things at that time, and it was asked of me to get a DNA test.
But you
know,
never.
So let's go ahead and stop right there. That's the part. That's the part I wanted to get to. He
Yeah.
said that he heard that it's a
Right.
possibility. And I guess it was her friend. And the only thing that I could think of, the one that's sitting there saying she know where the bodies are.
Yeah, somebody told him that she was doing her thing at that time and he needed to
So
get a DNA.
for this woman to go to him and tell him all that right there is the same one that say they know where the bodies are. And that's
Could be.
why I think they wanted to go ahead and get rid of all the show
It could be.
because they know that part right there was going to come out.
Right. It could be. It could be her. And that could be a reason why she was so hated because she probably knew too much.
And so what they tried to do is they tried to go ahead and get her out and
Mhm.
clean. They wanted to keep that image clean because they don't want
Yeah.
to know, oh, it's a possibility that she also has a child that does, don't
Right.
belong, is not Martell's child. So
Right.
now it will be like the pot calling the kettle black.
Right.
But
You
like I
know,
said, they
it's a
would
possibility. It's nothing
see,
is etched in stone, but he don't want a DNA.
but what I'm saying is if you going to reveal it all, I think that, like I said, Tasha K said it's a possibility
Hmm.
that, during that time she was out there and
Hmm.
somebody came to him
Hmm.
and most likely sit there and say, she was messing around at the time, just go ahead and get a DNA. But, as a man and a good man, he said, no, those are my children.
Yeah, it's a little
But you
late
see,
in the
they're not gonna sit there and they're not gonna
game.
see that side of Martell. They only going to see the softer side because if he was the mean person, the devil that you guys calling him, he would say, no, I'm going and I'm gonna swap this child and I'm gonna get a
Right.
DNA.
When it was first brought to him, when she was
Absolutely.
out there at that time and he needed to get a DNA, he would have just stopped if he was not a man with a heart.
That's it.
You
That's
know?
why I said there and say, guys, y'all, you got to be careful. You never win when you play dirty. You guys going out there and dragging Ariane's child, like I said there and say, you dragging Ariane's child, and God could turn around and drag somebody else's child. So you, like I say, children should have been off limit. You don't open up a can of worms that you know you're not going to be able to handle it as well when the
Right.
chips not come in your favor.
Right. They don't give him
Yes.
no grace for that. And he could do it, you know.
Yes. Now,
He
what
spends a
if
lot
he
of
do
time with
it
that baby.
and
Huh?
still sit there and love on this child, even in spite of what he might even, the answer that he might get that's not going to favor him?
Right. Yeah, he could do it. But I don't think he will. He said he would.
You don't know, but like I said, this right here, they chose to put their toxic relationship out there and drag this man, and
Mm.
you can't sit there and try to see a speck in somebody else's eyes when you got a daggone pole in your eyes. It's not going to work like that.
Well, here's the thing with that. If it is not his child, the older that baby get, she's not ever gonna look like him.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
people are gonna wonder why they look, but these three look like him, but this baby don't.
That's it. And who to
But
say these
always,
children,
it's like
these children,
clothes.
yep, and these children, their children are very articulate. Who to say that they can come on social media and they see all this? See, all you doing, like I say, is ruining your kids.
Yep. But she don't care because she's getting this money right now,
Absolutely.
you know. And she probably feel like that once she get enough money, she can go somewhere and hide, and nobody will know what's going on. And that could be true, you know.
Absolutely.
When she got
Absolutely.
enough, she gonna dip up. I believe that's what she gonna do. And ain't nobody gonna know what she doing. None of her
Hmm.
fans or nothing. You
And
know.
and if things don't go the way that they think it should go, oh well, he did it, he did it, but still of all, it's not a tick for a tag because you talking about children.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But the baby's got to be tied up in it.
That's it. So let's go ahead and play just a little bit more.
A
From
question.
somebody that was close to her and knowing her doings.
So she got friends that are close to her
Oh,
talking to
not,
you.
not anymore because just like everybody, Melody fall
Okay.
out with everybody. Everybody, yeah.
So you feel that your baby is your baby.
Of
Your
course,
daughter is your daughter.
of course, this is my sweetheart.
Okay.
All my kids, my sweethearts, all
I-
of them. I'm telling
I
you.
just had to ask. I ain't out here because I
if
listen.
any of
Regardless,
my-
if you've been taken care of. Why stop now?
If any of my
You
kids
see?
weren't mine, they still mine. Hell,
what
nobody
I-
would ever know, and I don't want to know.
And that settles
That's a
that.
man.
That's a man. So
That's a
you
man.
guys need to leave him alone. Like I say, you guys sitting there and y'all running with this narrative. This man is a very evil person. This man was an evil person. This man would sit there and do some things, like I sat there and say, that would turn the table on so many people. And before you know it, Mel lose out. If he want to
Yep.
shut down her career right now, he have the ammunition right now to do it.
He said they all his sweethearts, whether they his or
Absolutely.
not. That's a man. I don't care what
Absolutely.
none of them say. You don't find too many men to say that. Most men gonna want to know. You know, they
Absolutely.
don't mind somebody's feelings being hurt or somebody being embarrassed. They want to know if it's there. He said he don't want to know. They all his.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
a man, and that's another reason why I'll support Martell from now on.
Absolutely.
And she'll never get no support out of me. I don't care how they like it.
Absolutely.
You know.
Like I say, you never win when you play dirty, guys.
Point blank and period. Yeah,
Never win
she'll
when you
never
play
get none
dirty.
out of me.
Never
No,
win.
because she's he cheated. He definitely did that. But her butt done did so much, as much, and more. In my mind, you know, the way I feel about it.
Edna Crowder says they jealous of Ariana's son because he's a good looking little boy. And I
Yeah.
think that she also having him audition because I see on his his profile got modeling. So she probably having him taking some little photos too.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that these millimeters needs to be dismantled because Melody does not realize, even though it looked like now is putting money in her pockets, but they
Yeah.
really gonna be upset when not Melody, when Ariane have her son on the show and her children is not gonna be there.
Yeah. You know, I agree with Edna. They are jealous because anybody can look at that little boy and tell that he's a handsome little man, a
Mhm.
handsome little boy. There's nothing funny looking about him. He's a gorgeous kid. And I believe they are jealous. Not saying that the other four are not, but he's a handsome kid. And how they could call him names, it's ridiculous.
Someone sit there and say, like I say, don't get mad with the messenger, guys. We only can go by of what they put out.
Edna's
But
right.
no, I'm talking about you can't read the message, huh? Someone say you and I are some too sorry. You know what? Go straight to hell. So when I go to hell, you gonna be right there. Okay, say we some
Oh,
sorry
somebody
bitches.
is inviting us to hell.
Yeah, yes, they mad. Like I say, they're not used to real talk. You see, they put it
Oh
out.
boy.
So they want us to pick and choose what to go ahead and air out and what not. They put it out there. So you cannot sit there and call us some sick, call us some sick bees and say that we should
Mm.
go to hell. But like I said, I already told you guys this channel is not for everybody.
The
I
child
only can
is
go by of
handsome.
what they put out. What they put out. No, they mad probably because we sitting there talking about the paternity and talking about the child. Most likely Ariane's child is going to be on that show, and like I said, most likely it's going to be that.
Well, we were discussing what Martell was discussing with Tasha K. We
Yeah,
ain't
so
add nothing. We ain't take nothing from it,
not at all.
girl. You know what they can do.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
and if I
Not at
wouldn't get
all.
your child in trouble, I would tell them what they could do.
But it is what it is. But see, the thing about it, they don't want to see facts. They want to keep running with this narrative.
Yeah, they live in a delusional world.
Yes, that's delusional. That's very
You know,
delusional. But this right
and like
here,
we say, they see her as a superior person.
yes,
And I don't. I don't believe in I don't believe in making putting human beings on pedestals.
that's it.
To me, she's no better than none of the rest of them on the show.
But the truth hurts, the truth
No,
hurts. And this right here, I don't know. Do you know Melody personally?
no, I don't know none of them. You know,
Let me read this right here. Let me see if I can see it. It says the truth is like surgery. It hurts, but it heals. A lie is like a painkiller. It gives instant relief, but has side effects forever. So, like I said, when you continue telling lies, sooner or later, you're going to get hurt. That's just a temporary fix. But the truth
yeah,
is going to set you free. And if you don't like the truth, just say, ouch. I
yeah. We were
can't
just
go.
discussing what him and Tasha
Yes.
K was talking about. I didn't add anything
No, not
to it.
at
I didn't
all.
take nothing from it.
But
And
see,
when Edna
the
said,
fact of you bringing it out, the fact that you bringing it up.
"Oh well, they can, whatever." And when Edna said the little boy is gorgeous, it's the truth. He is a handsome child. There's no lie there in my
Mhm.
eyesight.
Read and see what Etna just said.
She says we are telling facts. We got our we got our
On
own
mine.
mind. We got our own minds over here. Absolutely, Edna. You know, and I don't mind them having their mind. They can think she's a god if they want to. I
Mhm.
disagree, but I respect their right to feel like she's superior over everybody else. Don't come over here and tell me about what I can't think and say, or
Mhm.
what I can't feel, or what I can't decipher out of what I'm seeing. Hell, I'm free. I've been free for a very long time.
Mm-mm-mm. And I told him, I say, this might trigger you, because in here, Logic and I, we gonna speak facts. Do you know these people? We don't know these people from a can of paint.
And even if I knew them, I'm still
But
gonna speak my truth.
absolutely, and it is what it is, and you can't sit there and just be one sided. Just because you feel that this woman been through hell and back. She's been cheated on. Well, quite obvious how we pull in the layers. Of what they aired out themselves. They cheated on each other. They
Yes, and
all
it
was
is.
doing some dirty things. They did some dirty things. And just like I say, that could be one of the reasons why they went ahead, and I'm going to say allegedly, they went ahead and kicked Destiny off that show.
Yeah, because they didn't want her. You remember Maurice? Do you remember at the reunion when Destiny said she knew where the bodies were buried? And Maurice said,
Mhm.
don't do it. Don't do it. Remember when he said that?
Absolutely.
Don't tell it.
He said,
I
don't
wonder if
tell
she
it.
ready to tell it.
And I think it was on the tip of her tongue because of what Melody did her, how Melody had came about her business and didn't let her promote her business. And most likely she probably put her life savings in that business. And
I'm
just to
sure.
have Melody to come in, and after that, we didn't hear no more about her beauty supplies. So all that right there was in Destiny's mind, and on top of the $6,000 that Melody sat there and put out as if she was begging that she needed a handout. So Melody said, Destiny probably sat there and say, "Well, if she's going to sabotage my business and try to keep me from making money, look, I'm going to lay it all on the line." Because she said,
Yeah.
"Don't have me to go." And I remember, you're right. Marie said and say, "Don't go
Don't do
there."
it. Yeah, it was
And I
either
believe that's
Maurice
what
or
she's going to talk
Marcel.
about.
One
It
of
was
the two of
Maurice.
them it
Maurice.
was Maurice. Yeah.
It was Maurice. I
Yeah,
remember
I
Maurice
remember
said,
that.
"Don't go there."
And if you looked at the look on Melody's face, she was in shock. She didn't want nothing else to come out of Destiny's mouth.
Hmm.
I looked
And
at
now,
her face.
and after that, they silenced her.
Yep. Yep. Well, I hope Destiny is ready to talk about what the body's buried in. We want to know.
That's it. That's it. Like I said there and say,
Why would she say that, Lady D?
because
I know all the bodies are buried.
that's it. That's it. Because like I say, iron sharpen iron. We put the nail on the head. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We put
She
the
had
nail
to
on the
tell
head.
it
You
to
can't get no clearer
somebody.
than that.
A lot of
And
times when you doing dirt, you got that one friend that you're gonna tell. She couldn't tell her mama.
mhm.
She probably didn't want. She probably told her brother. She didn't have no friends on the show. Destiny might know. We want to
Mm.
know.
Oh my God. I mean, and then this they was the ones in the bushes. They had to come out and show themselves. Call us a dirty, what.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I heard this morning. It was one of her content creators, and the girl said that it appears that the cast is trying to ice her out.
But we been was talking about all that. Me and you talked about that all the
Oh,
time.
oh, that's what she said. That some
Okay.
of the YouTubers, meaning us,
Okay.
want the cast to ice her out. And the girl felt like we were wrong.
Hmm.
My question is to them, why not ice her out? She considers herself superior over all of them anyway.
Hmm.
She don't like none of them. Her fans don't like none of the cast. They
Get
should be
mad.
telling her to ice out the cast.
Get mad on that now. Get mad on that. Okay.
Right. Why would she even want to film with people she don't like?
Get mad on this. If you gonna call me to go to hell, get mad on this. They
That
air their
specific
business out.
content creator, she listens to your show because she said the YouTubers want her to be iced out. So I'm telling her now, why would Melody want to film with people she don't like?
Get mad at that. You want to get mad? Get mad at this. Okay?
She's superior over everybody. Her fans should be telling her, you don't need to film with none of them.
Now
They're
get
also
mad at
below
that.
you.
Okay?
Yeah, why
Mm.
not? They don't like each other. She don't like them, and they don't like her. Why not ice her out? Why would they even want her to film with the people that they hate and she hates?
Hmm.
Film with her. Film with them for what? They're a superior queen.
Hmm.
They should be demanding her to stay away from these people that she hates. They hate them too. That's the way I see it. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, she got Lauren, she got her mama, she got her brother to film with. The other guy, I don't know I think his name is Jay.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of
Check
her team.
check your I just private your chat. Check that right
Okay.
quick. Like I said,
Ah, girl,
you didn't.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Hmm. If I was supposed to be a married man,
we you can continue talking about the what you was just talking earlier.
I'm just reading what you're saying here, and I had never looked at it. You know,
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Him get mad.
Wow. Hush your mouth, girl, because you know me. I told you my lips are. Hmm.
Like I said, you
Well,
never
all
win
right,
when you never win when you play dirty. You see what I'm saying?
girl. That's what you got eyes for. That's what we got eyes for.
You air it out. You are free game. Social
Wow,
media is a
wow,
beast, right?
wow.
You- social media,
Okay, okay, okay. Uh,
social media is a beast. You see what I'm saying?
uh-huh. Well, all right, child. I had not looked at that.
Social
Hmm,
media is a beast.
hmm. Well, all right. Yes, ma'am.
Like I say, honey, you got to be careful. You never win when you play dirty. And then they go around and talk about children. Children is off limits. But when you
Right.
sit there and you talk about people, make sure, like I said there and say, what goes around comes around.
Well, her
What goes
kids are
around
off
come around.
limits. Everybody
Yes.
else's kids on the show ain't off limits because
But
they
they going
talked
to
about Mila, they talked about Macy, they talked
they,
about
they
Knox.
talked about Tisha's kids too. I
Yes,
never
ma'am.
heard them talk about Tisha's
Yes,
kids.
ma'am. They talked said they were unruly, disrespectful.
Wow.
You know,
I
these
never
are the
even heard
things.
those kids talk before. So what made
Right.
them
They
want to
barely
talk
say two
about?
words, but they've had things to say about Mila and Macy. They've talked about Knox. They've talked about misbehaving son. They talked about children, but they don't
Absolutely.
want nobody to say nothing about Melody's kids. I don't talk
Mm-mm-mm.
about children,
Me either.
because kids are innocent. I don't believe in talking about kids.
But like I said, when you sit there and you throwing them mudslinging on people, then you just gonna have to sit there and be careful of what's gonna come back.
Wow,
And
wow, wow,
just
girl.
like they said that open up, what they open up and said, they gonna reveal it all, right?
That's what they say. Well, I'm
Mhm.
sure curious to see if they
Mhm.
are going to lay it all out.
Mhm. But one thing
Mm.
about me, the spirit does not lie to me. And like I said, when it comes to my ancestors might be a little messy, okay?
Ah,
But
ah,
my
we
ancestors
all
are
got
coming
some
with
messy ancestors.
you know how people be sitting there saying they calling on their ancestors. You better be careful
Yep.
with some of them ancestors that you
Yeah.
calling on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I had never thought about that. I had never looked at that. But all right,
You
I'm gonna have to go back and take another look.
like I said, in here, we don't sit there and do no surface stuff.
Mm.
We go to the head. Go directly to the head.
Take it to the head.
Take it to the head. That's how she do, huh? When they go
Wow,
low,
wow, wow, wow,
what she
wow.
said, she was taking it to the head and deny it. We telling the truth, when you go
Wow.
low, she take it to hell, right? So you got to be careful how you
Girl.
play on the devil's playground because, honey, he might not come after you, but he'll come after something close to you, and that's real talk.
Sure will. Yeah, he might to get at you, he might go through
Yep,
somebody
that's
close
that's
to
how you
you,
do.
Yep.
Hey, one
Wow.
dark lovely says, "Good evening, everyone." At Lady D. How are you doing? Dark and lovely. Yes, indeed. But this right here, guys, like I say, this is real talk, and we only are the messenger. All this
Right.
stuff that we put out is already out there on social media. All
Right.
we doing is
Absolutely.
putting the pieces together. Is is
Right.
is, is a reason behind everything.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna keep on asking them her millimeters. They don't want her ice out. Why would they want her to film with people that she don't like?
Absolutely.
You know why?
Absolutely.
They should be expected for her to walk away from them. She's so superior over them. She hate them and they hate them. So why would she want to film with them?
Absolutely. And that's why I think that what they should do is,
Ice her out.
oust her out because, in order for Martell to come on, because I'm ready for Martell to be his truthful self. I'm not
Yeah,
going to hear Martell come on and keep denying what's true, and somebody asks him about it and it's like picking a tooth. We don't want to hear that. If you're with
yeah.
Ariane Curry, let us know with Ariane Curry. Bring her on the show. That's your reality because we sick of how they paint this picture as if he's Stark and Melody.
Right. I mean, everybody
Hi,
can see that
Nikki.
that's not true anymore.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we don't want
Yeah.
to see another season of that,
Right.
or they showing clips that some woman coming in the wee hours of the night, going into his room. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to see that. If some woman is going in the wee hours in his night, put a face to it.
Yeah, whoever that person was, we never got. He said it was a masseuse, so we
But
don't know.
yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
girl. Look, don't let now. Me and you, iron sharpen iron. You come on, be on the right track, okay? Because you see where I'm going, okay? It's time for them to sit there and tell his true self, his true story. We
Yeah.
don't want to see all that. How Martell. Oh, he gonna come out just to appease his audience or appease Melody, or the
Well,
show.
to
Be
me,
yourself.
it doesn't matter to me who he's dating. If he's dating Ariana,
Yes,
then
yes,
bring
yes.
that out. If
Bring
he's
it out.
dating
Bring it out.
multiple people,
Bring it out.
bring it out. Whatever it is.
Just like he brought Sheree. You remember when Sheree, they
Right.
found out Sheree? Didn't he brought Sheree on the show? Which we
Yeah, he
already know
did.
it was it was just a stunt, but he brought Sheree to
I
that
never believed
thing.
it was a stunt. I
Oh,
believe they
oh,
genuinely were
absolutely.
dating. I believe they just. I'm not gonna
Yes.
say they were in love,
Hmm.
but I do believe they were dating.
If I'm not mistaken, how they met, his publicist and they had the same publicist. I think that's how they went ahead and met.
Somebody in common introduced them.
Hmm.
Um, Somebody that they both knew. They
I
knew
think it's the
Martell
publicist.
and knew her, knew Sheree, introduced them. And
Hmm.
they were willing to meet each other. Now I ain't gonna say they was in love, but I do
Hmm.
believe they were dating. The man was in her house
Mm-mm-mm.
amongst her family. You know, I'm not gonna say they were in love, but I
Uh,
saw more of him and Sheree than I saw of him and any other person besides Melody.
Nikki B say if Melody disliked Martell and the cast, why do she continue to be on the show? Because what she's trying to
Absolutely,
do,
Nikki.
she's trying to sabotage it. You see,
Yeah,
that's why you see all the MEL-O-NUTS coming together, trying to sit there and go over Carlos King head. They trying to do
mhm.
anything to go ahead and sabotage this show because everybody is coming against Saint Melody.
Well, even if she don't want to leave the show, maybe she might need the money.
Yeah,
If she don't
that
want to
too.
leave the show, why not just leave them alone
Yes, that too.
and bring on her own people for her to film with? These
Yes,
people that she hate, why would she want to film with them? She don't
yes.
have to leave the show, but I want them to leave the rest of the cast alone.
Hmm.
The cast deserves to be free and have their side of the show presented in peace.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's
She
why I
said,
sit there and say, they just got to be careful. You can't come in here and get mad and get upset with the messenger. Look, we only just giving our honest review. And
mm,
the thing about it, when it comes to Tisha, we could go head back to Tisha. Melody, in the relationship with Tisha, she went off of what YouTubers had said that Marcel was messing with another woman, and you guys took a baby and put the baby picture as if it was Marcel's baby. Tisha
right,
had to go and endure all that stuff. And then you got her cousin, her flesh and blood, got
right,
her on that show to sit there and say that she know where, what Martell is doing and bringing out all their business because Tisha is not going to sit there and air out all of her stuff. So you
right.
brought her cousin in
So
there to
all of
do the
that
dirty
was
work.
wrong. And
So all this
mhm,
stuff right there is what you're getting right now is all payback. You never wanted to
right.
play dirty.
And I agree with Nikki B. If Melody dislikes Martell and the cast so much, why do she continue to come to the show?
Because she's trying to sabotage, and that's alleged. This is like I say, this is
Mm.
our opinion. This is our opinion. This is our disclaimer right here. This is our opinion. Everything is alleged. But like I said, if Melody is on that show and she's going high up, going over Carlos King head, is that, if she can't have it, because they felt that this is Melody's show, then they trying to sit there and tear the entire house down. This is common sense.
Well,
She
they
want to
they
tear the
can
entire house down.
they don't have to allow her to tear it down because they don't have to have nothing to do with her. I did
Well,
hear earlier that
mhm.
Carlos said on his other show, Love and Marriage DC, there's not going to be two sides, two crews, where he want all of them to mix and mingle with one another. On DC, it looked like they want to separate. You got a group over here, and then you got this group over here. So I
Mhm.
guess they go for Love and Marriage Huntsville too. But it's never going to work because people that don't like each other, you cannot force them to like each other. It
Absolutely.
just never works. These are
Absolutely.
human beings. These are not puppets. You can't tell them, hey, you better go in there and like her, whether you like her or not. You better act like you like her. That's not fair to them. They don't like her.
Absolutely.
They can say they don't like her and don't have nothing to do with it, and vice versa. She don't like none of them. She should be able to say, I don't want to film with none of them.
Absolutely.
Bring me somebody else I can film with on here.
Your host said, "Ooh wee."
Huh?
She said, "Ooh wee." I remember that video.
Which video?
Which video, your hope? Let us know which video.
Yeah, your whole cool. Which video, baby?
Mm-mm-mm-mm. But like I
Oh.
said, guys, this right here, I already saw, how it was already going to play out even before the exclusive came out. When
Mm.
we saw the headline saying reveal all, I came out earlier, way before the exclusive, and say it's time for Martell to tell his truth. And it's time for Destiny to come back
Right.
because Destiny
Right.
left out with some unfinished business.
Yeah, she did.
So who was Martell's friend that came back and said that, you need to go ahead and take some necessary
No,
steps?
no, 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 no. He said it was one of her friends
Her friends. Well,
that
only
came
thing,
to him and
only,
told him
well,
that
they
she
both
was
was
stepping
friends to
out.
each other, but they both was friends to each other.
Well, he said it specifically. It was one of her friends that came to him.
But
He didn't say our, huh?
I don't think he just wanted to give it up, give the name
You
up.
think? You think it
hmm
was her?
I feel in the spirit. One thing
Mm.
about my
Could have
spirit,
been
honey, when I
Brittany.
see something, you can take it to the bank. Who?
It could have been Brittany. It
Well,
could
it
have
was.
been her. Because each one of them is supposed to have a specific producer that's assigned to them.
So they no longer friends.
Who? Brittany.
Yes.
I haven't seen Brittany in a long time. And the only
hmm
female friend that I've seen come on there for her is Lauren.
Okay.
Brittany have not been on there in a while.
Well, I'm gonna stick to my ancestors. My ancestors said there, and
It
my
says
message
Destiny.
is destiny.
Well, we
Because
gonna see. I
destiny,
hope we get a chance to see.
they did too much to her. This girl had a beautiful candle business. They sabotaged that. She had a beautiful supply. Melody came in, like she was all this and some. Destiny sat there and said, "You coming in my business, not even speaking."
Right.
She was not invited, and once she tore inside and got Destiny all bothered, she
Mm.
left out and she ran to Miss Wanda,
Right. Right.
and she
Right.
messed up Miss Wanda's business. So you
Right.
think people going to sit there and worry about her feelings?
Well, I hope not.
Thank
If
you.
Destiny is the person that knows where the bones is, and it's some stuff that need to be, I hope Destiny do present it.
hmm
Okay, what Nikki B said, I have noticed a lot of the CCs that do comment on Love and Marriage Huntsville, they are starting to come after Carlos King. The MEL-O-NUTS act like Melody on the show. They are so stupid. I won't put that on there.
Yeah, but they want to do that, and the only reason why they want to do that because they think that this is Melody's show.
I've heard one of them say, even if Carlos was the creator, it's still
Oh,
a Melody show.
oh, that's not true. That is not true. Um, Shirley Soaps. Read this. What Shirley Soaps says. That is not true.
She says Knox doesn't look like Martell. Just saying, I don't see any Martell fixtures. I think she means features.
Features. Features. Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to tell you, Shirley, I think Martell should have got a DNA test with Knox too.
All of them.
I think, well, the ones that she's right. Knox
Mm-hmm.
don't really have a lot of Martell's features either.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at both of them, you know, but Knox looks a lot like his mama.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. He refused to get a DNA with Knox too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a handsome kid. I'm not gonna say he's not Martell's. Um, Look at the lips.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Martell's lips, full lips, and Knox's thin lips.
Mm-hmm.
But Ariane has full lips also. Look at the nose. Knox has a little small round nose. Martell has a pretty large nose. The eyes. Martell has small eyes. Knox has nice full oval, almond shaped eyes like his mama. I agree with what was her name?
Who?
The previous person said that Knox don't really look a lot like Martell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to put it back up?
I
You
don't remember what her name was.
Shirley Soap. Shirley Soap and everything's
Shirley Soaps.
beautiful.
Yeah. I do believe he should have got a DNA with him also.
Mm-hmm.
Because after all, he was married at the time. He
Mm-hmm.
was not with Ariane 24/7. He don't know who she was bumping and grinding when once he left and went home.
Hmm.
You know?
No, he didn't do a DNA because he said all those are his children, Nikki.
Right. He didn't
But
do a
the
DNA with
thing
Knox
about it
either.
is that I think that if they going to air out Martell's business and they gonna lay it all out the table, whether they heard or not,
Mhm.
it's time for Martell, to know, what's going on, to get that feeling from
Right.
out of his head,
Right.
and to shut some of the mouths out there because
Yeah.
you know Tasha K came out and she asked them, so
Yeah.
quite obvious, people, they got that thought. And she
Mhm.
also said that, she really don't watch Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Most of all her stuff, she was filled in with it, so
Right.
people are, they not coming out and said, but people are thinking.
Yeah.
But
I
that's why I
remember
sit there and say,
when the
mm-hmm,
guys all went on a camping trip. Marceau asked Martell, did he get a DNA with the baby?
which one? Mm-hmm.
Speaking about Knox. And Martell said no. He didn't want a DNA.
Mm-hmm.
He did ask her for a DNA, and she told him, Martell, remember the when they were in the car and he was telling her that he wanted a DNA?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Martell, we've been together all these years and now you want a DNA?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I'm gonna
That
play that back
conversation?
too. Yeah, I'm gonna play that back because I'm watching some old clips. But like I said, guys, it is what it is. You air out
Yeah.
your business, you are free game, and you can't tell people how to spin the narrative. The MEL-O-NUTS, they've been spinning
Right.
that narrative for years, and
Yeah.
now it's time for Martell to sit there. Hey, to tell his side now. Just because you want to see one side, like
Yeah.
I say, you can't have it your way. It can't just
Yeah.
this narrative cannot just be spent one way. Everybody trying to lift up one person while tearing down everybody else.
Right.
And there's life and death that's in the power of the tongue. I see my guys in the house. Look, Anthony Lothies. What's Lothies?
Anthony Lofties, how are
Yes.
you?
Hello, Anthony. Let me see if you want to come up. You want to come up and say something? You are welcome to come up. He said, hello, Lady D, and everyone in chat. How are
Hello.
you doing, Anthony? And Shirley says Melody was the one who pitched the show. She was the one that pitched the show, no doubt about it. How many times are we gonna say that?
No, she didn't pitch the
She didn't
show by
pitch that
herself.
show. No, she didn't pitch it by herself, and not that
Martell
show.
and Melody pitched the show to Carlos as a
Yes.
couple. You know, I think Carlos stated that he had more communications over the year or so with Melody, but Melody and Martell pitched that show together. Not this show. The show, it was No Host Bar. That was the name of the show that they pitched to Carlos King.
Okay, Anthony says, "Hey, love, I have to come up next time, preparing to go live in 20 minutes." Okay, we will be there. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. And you are welcome anytime, Anthony. I just have to get that last name with this old southern accent, Lofty. So I have to make sure I get that last
Yeah, it's a
name right.
different last name. Never heard.
Yes, I
Yeah.
never heard of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Great, Anthony. We'll see you next time. And we will come on to
Yes.
your
Yeah,
show in 40 minutes
we about to close out.
to
We
hear
about to
your
close
show.
down. Yes, because we done did our 2 hours. But like I said, guys, it is what it is. You air it out, you are free game. And you can't just spin one narrative because you never know, the other
Mm,
side, their
mm,
story, and
yeah.
their story, you might not like.
Right.
So they air it out, they are free game.
Yeah, I do agree with the young lady though. You know, if there's any DNAs, he should also have a DNA with Knox. You know,
Hmm.
because Knox, he doesn't have a lot of features of Martell's either.
That's
Lips,
it.
nose, not even Martell's eyes. So I
Hmm.
agree. I ain't one
But
sided on that.
but just like I say, the bottom line to this story right here, when it comes to these reality shows, is
Uh,
not going to put you in a good light.
that's true.
It's not going to put you in a good light because, like I said, you putting your life on display for the entire world to pick it apart,
Yeah.
and they are not going to tell the story the way that you think they're going to tell it.
I don't think the money is worth it. I could be
It's
wrong.
not. It's not because I think if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna close on this. The girl, you watch this other show, this reality show, Washington D.C. What's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Winter, where she
Winner.
was saying they don't
Winner
even get
Harris.
paid. They don't get paid that much.
Yeah.
So most of them get paid off their brands, and I guess that's why Melody was pushing her brand because that's where the real
Right.
money was coming out of.
Right. Let Winner tell her, honey, own ain't pushing out no cheese worthwhile. None.
So girl, you can go ahead and say your little piece, and I say my little piece, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna run over to Anthony Laltis. Also, guys, check out my friend Misbehaving. Her birthday was yesterday, Lodge.
Yeah, it was. I went on her show last night when we got done.
Yeah,
When you got done with your show and shut down, I went on her show for a few minutes, and they were having a very interesting conversation with
yes.
Marcella. Marcella's husband is ill, and that's the part I caught. They were discussing his medication and
Okay.
his issues, and everybody was very supportive of Marcella. Marcella is going through it. You know, she
You
seems to
you talking
want to
about
be.
Marcella?
Yeah, she was speaking about her
Okay.
husband being ill, and she's trying to take care of him. But I really do believe she needs some in-house help, like a CNA or
Or like home
maybe
health, home
home
health.
health
Hmm.
nurse to come in
Hmm.
and help her, because it's a lot of different medications that he's taking, and those medications have to be administered to him properly in order for him to get better.
This is what Shirley says. When Mel says she was not checking for Martell having a baby with his mystery, this gave Ariane the power to end that marriage. Like I said,
Absolutely.
too much stuff had happened into that relationship. I mean, too much damage, too much dirt. I mean, these people, like I said, I don't consider them as mysteries or side chicks. These people was living as I see it in the spirit. And one thing about my message spirits, they don't lie. These people were sister wives. These people knew ain't nowhere in the world half of your marriage you going to have another woman in a little small town called Huntsville, and you did not know what's going on. And it took some of the castmates to say that Martell bought his other wife a matching BMW. Make it make sense. Melody, and this is my thoughts, this is my opinion, okay? And to me, all this is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free
Mm,
game. Melody was comfortable in that relationship, knowing she didn't want that man, but she was banking off of that benefits, just like she banking off the benefits right now. But the buck stop here because much is given, much is required. And
I
that's
would
real
like
talk.
to. I would like to respond to Shirley Soap's statement. I could see where Melody had a problem with her husband having an outside child. I did too, but I
Hmm.
chose to accept my husband's child. Integrated her into our family because I don't believe in blaming children for what adults. Now I kept my husband.
Hmm.
I didn't get rid of my husband because he made a child on the outside. So therefore, I had to accept that child, and I did. My kids did.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. But the thing
I.
about it is that they
Mhm,
was in and out, like they was in and
mhm,
out, in and out. When
mhm,
Melody feel like thing was not going her way, she gets
mhm,
upset. She wants to go and get her a hotel, like we talked
mhm.
about. What our friends say, she don't go get her a hotel. One of our minds say she go and take her a bubble
Right,
bath. So by these people are in and out, in and out. This right here is the outcome, and that's
right.
real talk.
Yeah,
So
Melody
guys,
chose to walk away from her marriage once
yes,
we had that
yes.
child.
So
But
nowhere in
I
the
don't
world
know.
she should have pitched this show on a
It was
network.
very rocky. They
Yeah,
didn't
knowing
have
it
they
was
didn't really
toxic.
have a marriage to put a show on.
Mhm.
Shirley Soaps.
So
You
Martell
know.
should have followed his first mind when he said he didn't want it on. Okay. Nikki
Yeah.
B says, Mel talked about Martell cheating all the time on the show. Absolutely. She aired it out before she had Sugar Mama. Mel knew she was cheating. I think Mel had that last baby in an attempt to save the marriage, but it didn't work.
I
Absolutely.
believe that too, Nikki
And we're
B.
gonna close on that right there. So Lodge, look, I'm gonna see what we got tomorrow, what's going on tomorrow. The new season starts May the 4th.
Yeah, you're
And
right. Yeah.
they going to go back and do a review of season 5. And season 5 is where Destiny had said she know where the bodies are. So I'm pretty sure that all will be revealed.
I hope
Okay.
so.
So we're gonna run over to Anthony Loftus. We're gonna
Right.
go ahead and run to his thing and go ahead and wrestle a while.
Support his channel. Yeah.
Yes, and make sure you go ahead and support Anthony Loftus, guys. Make sure you go ahead and support his channel. Like I said, guys, not too many people wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon, but we can't do it. We got to
Right.
tell it like it is. You air it out. You are free game. Okay. So thank you, Lodge.
All right, babe. Good night.
All right. All right.
Bye bye.
Okay. See you. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. But like I said in here, it's real talk, exposing the dark side. We can't just see it one side. We can't just see that surface. We got to go ahead into the core, and that's exactly what we're doing. Because you can't sit there and tear down the house, by yourself. It takes two to tear down the house, and that's real talk. So, all my mods, thank you for coming in. I got to see what's going on with my girl, country girl. I didn't see her in yesterday nor today. Also, Nikki, even Shirley, Anthony. Thank you guys. Your hope. Thank you, Etna. Thank you guys for coming in. If I miss your name, charge it to my heart. Even the ones that's out there in the bushes, the girl that called us to go to hell, like I said there and say, you don't have the power to lay it down and you don't have the power to raise it back up. Now, if you have the power to do both, then yes, I'm going to be afraid. But your word is not going to hit no more than the ceiling, okay? So if I see you in hell, honey, believe me, you're going to be right there as well. So the blind going to be leading the blind, and that's real talk. So, guys, you enjoy the rest of your day, and that's real talk.